right. Hopefully this works. To say. Am I live? Chat, am I live? Did from OBS. There we go. Oh, okay. Well, what is that? To say. Make sure everything works. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Live. Chat, am I live? All right. Let's get it, bruh. Hello, hello, hello. Let's get it. Everything looks good. All right. So things to do today. Leak code practice and interview practice. I need to do more leak code stuff in order for me to succeed in life, especially in CS. Study for exam. I have exam, CS 420. I need to study that, and then maybe work on a little homework. But taking it slow today. Not really slow, but I'm taking it. I'm taking it from everywhere. Taking it from everywhere. Let me go get. Charge the iPod. Whoosh. Oh. All right. Oh my gosh, you just saw my whole crack, did you? Oh shit. My bad. Bad, y'all. All right. Let us work on. Let's say leak code first, huh? Or should I do my studying? I'll do some leak code first, I guess. Oh, there's me. Let's do steady music. Rain sounds. Yeah, this one's tricky. Let's do great coffee, lo-fi. Rain sounds. Yeah, this one's tricky. I feel like it's Is that good, chat? All right, I think that's good. Good volume for everyone. Just literally don't want to chat, lol. Is that good, chat? All right, I think that's good. Good volume for everyone. Just literally don't want to chat, lol. All right. Let me get locked in. Let's see. Alexa, lights off. Alexa, lights off.
Okay.
This is good. This is good. I'm liking this. Liking this, liking this, liking this. Leak code. How to leak code. Oh wait, the music. Lol. Should really get some coffee for this song. Shoot. Oh, I was selling. Yeah, selling. Celsius, you know the vibes tonight. You know the vibes tonight. Celsius. Peach vibe. Let me do ones I've already done. So I low-key forgot how. And also, like, I low-key cheated. Not cheated. I just, like, did a bunch of random stuff. I'm gonna lie. Return indices of the two numbers such as the target. You may assume. Usually put what exactly have one solution. You might need to say one twice. Okay. 1, 2, 6. So if I were to explain this, so we're given a list of nums, right? And we have a target number 9, right? Return indices of the two numbers as such up to 9. Okay, so we would iterate through the list and gather numbers and compare them to see if they add up to the target. So for the example, 1, 2 to 7, 2 plus 7 is 9, and so we target 9, and that'll be the output. Because num's 1 and num's 9, okay. And 3, 2 is not equal to 6, so we increment both pointers. 2 to 4 is correct, and so it will equal to 6. But does that? We assume that each input have exactly one and each same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. Okay, so let's talk this out. So let's start with 2 pointers. We have pointer A, which is A and B for int I equals 0 for the length of nums. For the length of nums, okay, so we have 2 pointers, I and J, and they're gonna keep on incrementing. So let's go, what's gonna be in front of I? nums I plus nums j equal target. We return anything. We could turn that into or return. Does that work? Does that work, chat? Oh, we return them in the list. Some dot append I, some dot append j. Oops. And then now we return some. Oh bruh. Oh bruh. Okay, let's just look at the solution for this shit. Easy step-by-step solution. Oh, we put in a hash map. Lol. Okay, put in a hash map, hash table. If you don't understand, you'll understand now. Find two numbers in an array that add up to a target. Return their indices. The answer always exists. Calculate the other half. If it contains the key. Return the indices. Get complement. Save the number and an index in a cheat sheet. Return. I need a partner with aim. So calculate. We're working to our algorithm. You find a partner number. So C2 need 2 and minus 2 equals 7. Check the cheat sheet. 7 isn't there yet. Remember, 2 is at position 0. C7 need 2. Oh, there's a 2 position. Oh, I see. Complement equals target minus num. And if the map contains the complement, then we return the complement and I, just the index of nums. And see the current number of production sheet. I see. Interesting. Yeah, it's the same thing. Where you save the first index. Oops. You save the first index, and then you keep her going. What did I submit last time? Same thing, no? Bro, I did this. Yep, I plus 1. And if you return new int I and j. Okay, that's how you write it. So I was close. I was pretty close. I was like right there. Just had the syntax wrong. Bro. there. Just return an empty list. We're going, I guess. So basically, in order to explain the solution is to have 2 pointers, one at I and one in front. Iterate through the list until the numbers add up to the target. Return a new list containing I and j. If nothing adds to target, return an empty list. Let's do some. Simple enough. Given an integer nums, move all zeros to the end of it while maintaining the relative order of non-zero elements. So let's think about this. So once, well, it's a 2 pointers question, right? So every time you see a 0, append it to the end of the list. So we iterate through it, we see a 0, put to the end of the list, and keep going. I said we have a pointer at one end of the list, and then we have something else here, and then we just keep going. Okay. Let me see if I can draw this out. So let's say we have 0, 1, 2, 0, 3, 4, and I want to iterate through this whole list and make it so the zeros are always pushed to the end. So we would have a pointer here, I, that iterates through the whole list, and then I would have a pointer here, J, that points to the end of the list. And I'll iterate, and if I is ever equal to 0, we assign J. I would assign J to whatever I is, and so now that is there, and then now we have to increment J, so it keeps pointing to this like random ass nothingness here. But that does mean it goes out. So we have to increase the array or whatever, but I think this is solid. And then we gotta push. I guess it's fine if we pop. Push. So this is basically a queue or a stack. No, a queue. Or we basically just push it in a list. Okay, let's try that. But it's an array though, so I don't think it's gonna be crazy. That work. Pop, push. There's probably a better way to do this. Is that a good way to do it? I forgot if that's proper. Wait, I can't show the stream. Can't really see it. It's gonna be really janky. My apologies, yo. So for So if it equals nums, append it to the list. And then so if it's 1. Shoot, why am I forgetting how to delete from a list? I don't know why I'm blanking out, bro. I'm just gonna make a copy of the list. It's true, we can make a copy of the list. Like int new list. New list dot append. That work? Yeah, I thought so. So 2 pointers. Oh, okay. So that. So we take for int I equals 0, int I nums dot length I plus plus for int j equals 1 or int I plus 1 I nums length or j nums length I plus plus. So if nums I is not 0, nums I becomes nums j, essentially swapping them. And then eventually oops. Oh wait, I don't know why I'm incrementing I. That's why. Oh. So first. Oh, it's the opposite. If it does not equal 0. Bruh. For right equals 0. Nums right is not equal 0. Temp nums right. Bruh. Can't see anything for that. What again? Nums is not right. Okay. So if nums right, or I guess I is not equal to 0, yeah, BRB. All right. Temp. Okay, wait, so equals nums left, and then nums left equal to temp. And the left comments. I got that right. La, 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 Goodness. Okay, so if I'm understanding this right, you would so if it's 0, 1, 2, 0, 3, 4, pointer here, which is I, and another pointer, which is J. And if this is 0, right? So we swap. Right and there. If this right. Okay, so if the right. So if J, we're gonna continue. Okay, J. That's not 0. So we increment another J. Not 0. Increment J. This is equal to 0. And so now we swap. What? I'm streaming. What? Huh?
Charger.
USB-C, no?
Which one? It's not, no.
Let me see.
Look, no.
Go find it in the box.
I
Or
don't
ask
know
my
where
mom.
it is.
I see here. So we start both pointers, increment the pointer. We swap if it's a non-zero. So now it's 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 4. And we keep it going. So now this. That's not a 0. Oh no, we increment both. Yeah, we increment both. Don't do anything because the current number is 0. Okay. So this left pointer here. And now we swap. And now we continue, we increment both. Once this left pointer is now 0, we stop here, and this is 2, and so now we swap, so it's 2, 0, 0, 3, 4, and we continue. They're both incremented. Now this is to both zeros, right, but this number is not 0, so we keep going. So now it's 3, and so now we swap. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 0, 4, 0. Wait, 0, 0. We keep her going, so now it's this, increment both, increment the right, and yeah. Well, shit. Numbers move from left to the next, and then I put the next iteration. Go to anything because the current number is 0. Move next. Let's find num 0. Swap the left number and the right number. Bang bang. Put the next and put the next. Bang bang. Next. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Given 2 strings S and T, return true if S is the subsequence of T or false otherwise. Subsequence of a string is a new string that is formed as a usual string doing some and can be done. The character will distribute in relative position of the main character. Ace is subsequence is A, B, C, O, E, A, B, C, A, X, C. A subsequence of a string is a new string that is formed by reduction by adding some. The characters will distribute in relative positions. Can be done. So that would be 2 pointers again. 2 pointers. Bang. A, B, C. Does it contain A, B, or C? No. Sequence of A, B, C. So pointer, pointer. And right pointer is equal to 0. Right minus the would it be like a string builder? Alright, fuck it. Simple hash map. While the length less than n, length is less than t length. If the char at sp and the char at tp is equal to each other, so we increment. And once sp is equal to s length. Oh, okay, I see, okay. We're basically taking, let's take a string A, B, C, and then we have another string, so this is S. Oh, my mouse is dead. That's so fun. Really awkward. SP is, let's say, A ZXB DC. Okay. And so what this is doing is we're looking at the char, or we're gonna look at the length of both, right? So we iterate while both words are not ended yet, or while we're still in the bounds of the word. So like s dot length and t dot length. So we can iterate through the whole thing. If the char at one of these places are equal, we add, okay, so like bang, 1, da da da, 2, da da da, 3. And then once we return if sp dot length, or sp is equal to the length of this, which is s. So the length. Interesting. So let me see if I can read that. So we take 2 pointers, the position of sp, and sp equals 0, and st equals 0. So while what did it say? Yeah, okay. So while sp is less than the s dot length, so while these iterate, and st dot length is less than t. You see if s dot char at sp is equal to t dot char at st, if they're equal, we add sp, and then we would increment st. So it would continue. So bang bang, if they're equal, we add sp, bang. Now where's b? And so now so if it's okay, if this is true, we increment back to here, and we increment here b. Okay, is this true? No, it's false. Okay, increment again. Is this true? No, it's not. Is b is x? No, not true. Increment this. If b and b are correct, okay, nice, it's true. So now we move on to c, and now this is to d, and then d and c are not true. No, here's the next pointer. If c and c are true, bang, and so now sp iterate through the whole thing. So now it equals 30, and the length of this is 30. And so now if these are equal, then it was true. If, let's say, c was not here, the c would have been false. C would have not seen it. And so sp would equal to only 2. And obviously 2 and s is not equal, and so it would be false. Okay. Dang, who got for every the index of damn. What the fuck? No, this is DTM, bro. What in the world? Okay, let's try our medium. You give an integer array height of length n and there are n vertical lines drawn to endpoints of I. Find the two lines together with the x and form a container. The container contains the most water. Output is 49. Both the vertical lines are rotary. In this case, the max area of water. The container contains 49. Height 1, 1. Output 1. Is it because max area of water, the blue section of the container contains 9, 49. Oh, okay, because 7, and 8. Wait, why can't it be 8 and 8 though? What in the hell is this question, bro? There are vertical lines drawn such that the endpoints. Okay, I don't know. Hell no. Let's do array string. Greatest common divisor of strings. Kids with the greatest number of candies. There are n kids with candies, and you're given an integer array with candies, where each candy represents the number of candies the kid has, and an integer extra candy just denoting the number of extra candies that you have. Return a Boolean array. Result of n, where result I is true, if after given I can also candy, they'll have the greatest number of candies among all. Kid 1 will have 2 plus 3, which is the greatest kid. Greatest, not the greatest, which is the greatest among kids. How though? If it's 6. Oh, because it'll be greater than these. Okay, so return a boolean, so it's either return true or return false. So let's do 4. Okay, so let's see if I can explain this question. So we have integer 1, 2, 4, 6, 3. Okay, and let's say my thing is 30. Or no, my extra is like 2. So if I give this kid 2, it'll be 3, which is not the greatest because there's a 6. If I give that kid 2, it'll be 4, but not compared to this, not the greatest. If I give the kid 6, it would be the greatest among them because it would be these two would be the greatest. If I give this kid 2, it would be 8. Obviously, this is the greatest. And then if I give this kid 2, it would be 7, which is also the greatest. So these 3 will be the greatest. These are not. Right? I got that right. If I gave them 3. So if I give that guy 3, yeah, it would be the greatest because it's still 5. Okay, so greater than or equal to 5. Okay, so if it's, I'll do that by candies dot length. Okay, plus. So I would take the highest. I'm gonna do int highest is equal to candies, or else do kid equals candies. I plus extra candies. Okay. If that kid has is greater than or equal to, okay, let's do another for loop. For int j to 0. J is less than candies dot length. So it's true after giving the kid, they will have the greatest candy. A Boolean list. I'll put true, false, 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 false. How do I return a Boolean list? Dot add. If the kid is greater than or equal to J candies J break. And then obviously if it's not, then greatest. Cannot be instant. Okay, yeah. Oh, simple Java solution. List Boolean new array list for every math.max. Math.max question. Result.add. So we're gonna do array list. We're on the right track. There's candy and candies. If candy plus max candies. Oh shit. True, false, true, true, false, true, false. Hold on. I think it's because I'm iterating too often. I'm iterating like double the time. So false. kid, if the kid has greater than or equal to candies to J. Oh, close. True, 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 true. Wait, I think it's just I'll put in true. False, true. Oh, because I want to return false at all. So returning true. Memory limit exceeded. Oh, that's funny. So we get the kid. So the kid has like this one. Okay. And then now we iterate through everything again. If the kid has the candies greater than J, we would add true. Okay, this is true. Let me break. So because he automatically has the greatest. Oh wait, who's more greedy? I think if we say if it's less than, we add false. Otherwise, if it's not false, that kid must be true. He is the greatest. Time limit exceeded. Math.max. Max candies. Candies dot length. If the candies and plus candies is for max, then we will add true, else add false. I guess it's not a necessary for loop, huh? Oh my gosh, it's because I was I wasn't iterating correctly. Hold on. Kid was greater than all. I mean, if there was anything less than, it would automatically be false. Right. And break. We start a new cycle. Does it even make sense? So once we see a false, it's not false, it's true. Oh, you. So instead of using this for loop, you already find the max using math.max. And then you iterate and to see if the max is true. I was kind of doing that, but I should have made the kid who was the max something else, like something outside of this. And so, yeah. Simple problem, I guess. We can go back to that one later. For about an hour. Let's do one more problem, and then I'll switch to study for an exam. Let's do. Oh, hell nah. 90 bucks? Top interview questions. Merge sorted array. Majority elements. Best time to buy and sell stock. You're given a prices, where prices is given the stock of I day. If you want to return the maximum profit by choosing a single day to buy a stock and choosing a different day in the future to sell that stock. Return the maximum profit you can achieve from this transaction. If you cannot achieve any profit, return 0. Okay. So I'm assuming given a stock of the day. So it'd be, let's say 71364 is 6 days. And you gotta put as 5. Because buying on day 2 and selling on day 5 is a profit of 5. Buy on day 2. How about you? Oh wait, you don't buy on day 7 or day 1. So I'd say you take day 1 and you iterate it through each day, and then if you keep the value of the highest one, which is, let's say, if 7 minus 1 goes that, this was that, and then if that is greater than that, no, and continue to 1, continue again, is 1 minus 5, no, 1 minus 3, no, or I guess that minus 7, so 1 minus 7, 5 minus 5, 5 minus 7, 3 minus 7, so 7, 1, 2. Oops, what did I just do? So made up a space. Okay, so 7, 1, 5, 3, 6, 4. So you start at 7. And then you increment, so you like a nested for loop. You start here, and then you increment, and then you would take the value of 1 minus 7, which would be like nums, let's say like, or prices, P1 minus P0. Or I guess in this case, I and j, so like j minus I, and then you put it into the max value. So if this value max, put this value into max, and then you go, and if max is greater than whatever this is, so this is like temp tmax. If tmax is greater than the max, if tmax is greater than the max, you make the max the tmax. Okay. And then you save that position, right? And whoever's I position has the highest price. So let's say position 012 gets the max profit 2. Oh, I guess it'd be 5, right? 5. You save the position is equal to 5 if that happens. Let's get it. Okay, so we have the int max equals 0. I have my int position equals 0 as well. Okay, and then now for int I is equal to 0. I is less than the prices dot length. And I plus you also do nesting. So that's position right now, which is int j equals 0. J prices if prices j is greater than or equal to prices. Wait, so I get the temp equals prices j minus prices I if temp is greater than max. Max equals temp position plus plus. And you keep on iterating. So let's say, I guess the profit. Let's say this is called profit. Profit is so if the profit exceeds the max, seven minus 6 minus. Okay. Return out of bounds. Prices J minus prices I. Oh, cause wait. So for int I, prices and length. for the whole length for j equals I plus 1. Oh, because I'm dang. Output is 1. But I did get case 2 right. The profit is greater than or equal to the max. Return the position. So this wins 1 minus 5. Five minus 1 is 4. And a 4 is greater than 0. You make that max. It's not 4. 4 is that 1. Max 5. 5 minus 3. Or 3 minus 5 is 2. Not greater than 4. Skip. 6 minus 3 is 4. Not greater than 4. It'd be 1 and 6 though. With 1 and 6. 5 and 1. Buying on day 2 and selling on day 1. Hey. The price is J minus price is I. If the profit is greater than the max, greater than or equal to the max, so if the profit exceeds the max, profit, price is equals to 6. Buy on day 2 and sell on day 5. Oh wait, return the maximum profit. Bruh, I gotta return max. In the world? Oh my gosh. Me when I don't read. Oh shit. Time limit exceeded. Oh, bruh. I gotta do all that. $203 test cases passed. Dude, what? What? I gotta do all that? Okay, let's see what solutions are then. For So we have the prices. The prices I. Right, so let's say 1 is less than buy. Buy is no price system, and if the price is I is minus or greater than the profit equals price minus buy, return profit. What in the world? Let's understand the problem by imagination. Imagine you're given a time machine, you get to pass. Time machine again. But then actually, buying at a release price and selling at every high price and coverage now. Understand a given example. So you can buy at 7, sell anytime in the future, you'll face loss. I've seen a dip, and I buy at 1 and sell at 5 overall. What if I had to buy at 1 and sell at 6? My profit would be more profit. I'll do my profit. So far. Least so far. Overall profit if sold today. For if we found a new buy value, prices, list of prices, we updated at least so far. Calculating profit if sold. If the pissed profit sold today is more than our previous, update overall profit. Calculating profit if sold by today, buy minus sell. Yeah, buy minus sell. So if we find a new buy value which is smaller than the previous one, update our least so far. Oh. So it's taking the least, because obviously if you have 2, like at 7, okay, yeah, that's not the least one. Okay, so if this is, so far if this price is the least value, obviously anything above it is any profit that's bigger than or less than 5 is gonna profit more than 5. So we gotta keep this value and keep on doing it until we find a thing. Oh, I see. And then we do the overall profit. So far. And then we also start at 1, right? Or I guess start at 0. I see. If prices I is less than the least so far, you make LSF equal to the prices I. If not, we take the max by the prices I minus by the least so far. If yep, so prices minus this, yep. And if the overall profit is less than the max. So if the profit is less than the max, or if this is the profit of that date, right? If the profit of that day is greater than the max, you make the max equal to the profit, and then we return max. Oop. Man, I love leak code. Oh, okay, that's not right. The prices is less than. Let's see if that. Profit is equal to the prices equals blah, and if the max, which is the overall profit, is less than a profit. Return profit or max. Yes. Daily. So we just gotta make it like biggest value it can be. Do I dare do one more? Given the string S consisting of words and spaces, return the length of the last word in the string. The word is a maximal string consisting of all space characters only. Should I do one more? Or should I go on to my studying? Let me check. See it aloud, chat. Sample exam. Wait, chill, bro. Why does it give me the answers, bro? Doesn't make it to systems. Why is everything never getting? How many years have you I feel like sun set chart. The base of actual system is 6. There's just a 7. twisting. Let me answer the ones in the back. Let's just try to answer the ones in the end. Assuming you have the following. You just find a variable in your function main as x. What are the following would be correct function call? Be and. Because the and there. So the pointer here. Suppose we have a few rules assigned to this dimension. Evaluate each expression and specify the result if the intersection is valid. Evaluate each expression if the function is invalid. Oh, like what it will give you. What the content of the array? I see. Okay. So not x. What will be the contents of the array after executing all the K7 0 0 0 0 0 0 for I1 I6 plus plus so we equal to 5 times scan F K equals I, so it'd be like starting at 1. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting at for I equals 1. For I equals 1 plus plus scan F. Okay. How does that work? Is it because it increments at the beginning? But 0 scan F. Oh, the data using scan F 5. Oh, at 5 equals 1. At 2 is 2. At 3 is 3. At 6 is 4. And at 4 is 5. Okay. I get it now. Given a program fragment from one type of loop, say 4, you can use different loop while instead of 4. So the variable in your code is exactly in the original code. Given again, you use pretest loop and you can write it with a post-test loop to retrieve the same results. So a post-test and the pretest loop is do while and while, like while. Pretest loop is like while da 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 da. And then post-test loop is do this while that. So it'll test the while loop after you do this kind of stuff. You test okay this and then I'll do it. Okay, so that's a do while. What's for a prototype declaration and why is it needed? Function prototype declaration. Think it's like int main or int void double. It's to see what the function returns. It's needed because it specifies to the computer what the function needs to return. Because if you don't have that, then it's not gonna know what to do and what to return. Convert hex value ABC into its equivalent system one binary. What does the make utility index do? It makes it so you can run GCC and run terminal commands in a single thing, and you could give it like other stuff, and it's just like really easy to do multiple GCCs. Given logic circuit diagram, inputs and outputs clearly stated. Write the truth table for all its combinations along with them. Stated. You write the truth table for all input. Circuit diagram with inputs closed. Oh, it doesn't even give it to us. Given a logic diagram with inputs and outputs clearly stated. Write the truth table for all its inputs combinations along with expected output. So just like a regular truth table. Why is Boolean algebra useful in digital systems? But algebra in digital systems because in digital systems, computers require a lot of ands, ors, and zors, nors, and like logic circuit stuff, and using logics to turn on zeros and ones is the basis of all digital systems. NOR and XOR, so exclusive OR is one of them must be true. But if they're both true, it's false, and if they're both false, it's false. One of them has to be true, and only one. If and only if one is true. And then NOR is just or but not. So what the reverse of whatever you see. So it's NOR. Be like, oh, like if it's 1 1, it would be 1, but 1 or 1 would be 0. Or yeah, it would be like 1 or 1 not 1 or 1. How many lines of output would you play for your fragment? How many lines of output? So let's see, like okay, so I'll loop 5 times, but I'll loop depending on how many. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 3. 1 plus, or be 1 plus 2 twice, right? And then 3 times. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 4. So 3, 6, 10, 15. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. I think I'm gonna struggle on converting hex values, truth tables, and C programming. Everything else, or not truth tables. Truth tables are pretty easy. Debugging and looking at what stuff does looks pretty simple. I just gotta work on I should just probably write this down, but things to study in. So I'll do this confidence meh confident in Boolean confident in Boolean algebra like what is a digital versus analog. And like looking at what C program does. Meh. C language. Hello, Patricia Aman. Thanks for tuning in. It is getting lit up here. Maybe a little too lit. C language. Also gotta study. Oh. C language stuff. I'd say like decimals. Oh, bye bye. Hopefully the food is good. Binary stuff. Go. Ooh, CLI, bro. CLI. Bitwise would be a struggle for the two. What else? Bitwise. Bitwise file input output command line arguments. I'm kind of iffy on strings, debugging, number system conversions. Make files and asserts. Any bookworms? Confident Boolean algebra, seeing language stuff, small library stuff, computer stuff, bitwise stuff, file input stuff, command line arguments. Let me go to notebook LM. Because I have everything up to linear regression. I don't have Boolean theorem simplification. This one real quick. Bitwise up. I have, so I need this one. So I downloaded, I'm just going through all my slides. I don't know if I should share. I'll get in trouble for this. So, wait, what? What is this then? Boolean algebra truth tables logic gates. This one? Boolean theorem simplification. Oh, and then 14. I think he just titled it wrong. Operators. 11, 12, 14. What was 11 then? Linear regression. Already have linear regression, right? There we go. Oh, we already have Boolean algebra and truth table, so I just need these two. Oops. 13 then. It's 11. Academic calendar. Oish. Oh. Okay. What are some weaknesses? Could you? Actually, hold on. Let me download the test one. I want to see if Gemini or no, but LM can give me a mock test. Show and finder. Okay. Oh my gosh, yeah. Let's see, prompt engineering. I am a current computer science student about to take a midterm with the midterm about the sources I have. I linked a sample exam. Could you give me questions about the topics from each source and similar to the test to the sample exam? Make sure you have all topics covered. I need to study a mock exam. Hopefully this works. If it don't work, jeez. Oh wait, there's a quiz button right here. Oh bruh. Okay. Okay, no, this is like how many outputs? Should I try these ones? Which of the following describes the relationship between byte and hexadecimal in the system? A byte is a 4-bit frequency. Just let me press the quiz button. Let us say, Okay, what is the primary function of the defined Maxwell directive in C? It allocates 100 bytes of memory and assigns a limit to the memory block. A function called. It declares a constant interval and initializes it to 100. Interesting conversions define or replace this one out. Fuck! Reversible forms of text substitution in the source code. This preliminary step before the compiler translates the code information. I didn't know that. What in the world? If a C program executes the statement printf, what is the exact output? Note B presents a blank space. So it only print out 3 from the right, and it's giving it 8 spaces. So automatically not this. Automatically not this one. The blank spaces. 8. I think it allows for 8 characters max now. Oh no, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh shit. 3 yeah, there you go. The value 3.14355 positions to meet the specified with 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and so you need to add 2 more. Wait, what the hell? 2, but okay. 3. Next. A function is declared with a prototype void calculate. If x and y integers are in main, which function called correctly passes x with value y reference? So this is the pointer here, and so it would be and y. Calculate passes the value of x and memory address and passes the value and memory address of y, matching. What is the primary significance of the null character in C string? Space to fill unused elements indicates serves as the total value at the end. I think it's marked at the end because you see that a lot in like files and shit. Yeah, okay. 12-bit binary representation of hexadecimal number in A7D. So I know A is 1010. 7 is 0111, and D is 1101. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm actually goated. Why am I goated? Why am I actually goated? More into Morgan's theorems of correction. X. I don't know. I can't read this. So X times does not X times not Y. X and X or Y. Okay, so not X and Y is equal to not this one. Okay. For 3 input AND gate, and what is the logical output? High 1. For a 3 input AND gate, what is the logical high 1? What does that mean though? Well, the number of high 1 is inputs odd. What does logic level high 1? For a specific logical state, initial systems are represented by a relatively higher voltage range. Reflects the output connected to either source of high voltage or source of low voltage. How do voltages correspond a lot of how high for state, how low location. In all systems, the principles of representing 1 and 0 are the same and divided on higher. In the log systems, just For example, this is just oh, okay. For 3 input and if they're all high, then see if a program successfully executes the statement file. What is the outcome? File. Opens the data log for reading only. Return an error will exist. If data log exists. If data log exists, will. Data log not exist. If data log exists. File. F open. This is going to discard it. So now what the A. What does A do? Because R is writing. Or sorry, W is writing. R is read. So A is. Adding a file. Adding to a file that erases current contents. If the C program named process is executed in the command line process, what are the values of argc and argv function? Okay, so argc and argv. No, argv1 is there's 2 arguments, which is there's 3 arguments. All right, so argv is 3. Arg1 is the file txt, and then arg2 would be this, because it includes them. To determine the 4th bit from the right starting 0 bit, enter flag set to 1. Which expression is the most suitable? Flag. Okay. Bit mask of 16 used in bitwise will result in a non-binary 4-bit flags. Also, yeah, damn. What is the final result of this expression? It goes 3 times 5 is 15, divided by 2 is 7.5, plus 3 is 10.5. Oh fuck, forgot. Well, 7. Okay. What is the difference between a digital system and analog system? Analog system conversion interact. Whereas in quantities and discrete steps, while analog is continuous. Digital systems are affected by noise, while analog are immune to it. Start dividing analog adjustment numbers. This one. Analog is continuous, digital is discrete. The C programming language for statement best describes a single-dimensional array. A dynamically allocated array structure can just decide to program. Single-dimensional array is just single dimension. A collection of really understanding times word. Special variable that holds an array to another variable. A composite structure that holds variables of different data types together. Collection of related data items in the same type stored in the JSON memory. What is the Pearson correlation coefficient of 0.9 indicate about the relationship between variables? No fuck. I don't think we need to do that. In a C control flow, what is you need to do while loop from a while loop? Do while is post kind of loop. Most bodies can guaranteed at least 2 months. Does not require the condition to be close parentheses. Cannot have a compound statement card basis first body. That's fine. Oy. Oh shit, it's been 2 hours. I'm gonna do a LeetCode problem and end it here, chat. Let's do one that I've already done and see if I can do it again. Let's do is subsequence. Oh shit, I already supposed to answer. Fuck. Remove elements. Okay, do some again. Oh. Still want to submit it. Total damage with spell casting. This one. You're given an array power. Not the fact that the magician deals cast damage power. They can cast damage of. Cast only once. Let's see here. Let's do a. Let's go to this one. Kids with candies. Okay, so this one. I think I almost solved this one. Right? It's just whenever a kid has a candy, so it's like, if I read correctly, shit. For give you all the candies, so it'll be 2, 3, 5, 1, and 3. And so you would go and see if it has the greatest candy or not, if it has the extra one. But if you know that this is the highest number, and so it's actually, I don't know, I forgot. What's solution, bro? Oh wait, no, yeah. If you already have the max, right? Max candies is I. And then if that plus that is true, candies max equals max candies 1. I don't know why he does it like a. Oops. Still the one. Easy to understand. BC 83%. Largest equals candy 0. Largest equals candies 1. For every candy is equals is greater than the largest add. Okay. You put that into a rate list with the length of candies. And for every E plus extra candies you return that list. Interesting. Guess I'll code it. So we first, I need some music. We first take the greatest, or the, what's it called? Let's do the greatest. Greatest is equal to candies 0. Oops, 0. For int I equals 1, I candies dot length I plus plus So if the greatest is less than candy's I, we replace the greatest is equal to candy's I. Okay, so now we have the greatest, right? And so now we have an array list, which is lists boolean, let's do like results, results is equal to new array list, which takes in the candies dot length, the candies. Then for every kid in candies, for candies, if k is, or k plus extra candies is greater than the greatest, result dot add true. Otherwise, oh, we're not equal to. Yeah, that makes sense. So you take the greatest, and if the greatest is less than the candies, then return the greatest. So let's say like the kid at 2 is the greatest, right? But if let's say 1 is less than 2, then obviously it's not the greatest, or it is the greatest. Kid. How did he do this? The max. Find like a current max number of candy that any kid has. The max number, yeah. The current maximum number of candies the kid has. So if it's less than, oh yeah, if this is greater than that, that's the candies. Then for finding the greatest. So it's a kid 1, kid 2, kid 3. If this value is greater than, so right now it's 5, and if it's greater than 5, then obviously it would be the greatest. This would be 8, 6, 5. So it's under 4 or under 5. So yeah, okay, good. Iterate and find. All right. that concludes my study stream. Hopefully anyone locked in as well. Did a lot of work today. A lot of good work today.